You're listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
Thanks to Concordia University, Wisconsin for supporting The Coffee Hour. Find out more about Concordia University, Wisconsin at cuw.edu.
Live uncommon.
We are at the LCMS Youth Gathering, and we are recording today so that we can share this with you at another time.
Yes.
And we are so thankful because we get to hang out with Flame today.
Yes.
Our friend Flame.
Can I just praise you all's professionalism?
Oh, thank you.
Seriously. Wow.
Thanks. I'm honored.
I know.
So you're at the LCMS Youth Gathering. Is this your first gathering?
This is my first gathering.
Oh, boy.
And it is a sight to see. OMG. Wow.
Is it overwhelming?
It is in a good way. I'm overstimulated. I'm seeing so many beautiful people. I'm stopping, taking pictures. It's been great so far.
That's
Seriously.
awesome. So do you have like official capacity so you're not just like hanging out?
No, I'm not just hanging out. I am taking it all in. Seriously.
Do you have sessions, and I hear you have a mass event thing going on.
I did a concert on the 8th,
nice.
just with the YAV.
Uh-huh.
Young Adult Volunteers.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So that was super fun. And then we did another mini concert, and we did the Mosaic.
Oh, okay.
So that was fun. So we've been making our rounds, popping in and popping out, meeting people, talking, Q&A sessions.
Yeah.
The engagement has been great, though.
Yeah.
Seriously.
What kinds of stuff have you been able to talk to people about? Like, have people been asking you questions about things?
Yeah, it's been so interesting. So it's been very broad. So we've been talking about culture and hip-hop and Lutheranism. We've been talking about race relations and Lutheranism. We've been talking about the phrase that I coined for the first time on you all's show,
Hey!
which was being Lutheran out loud.
Yes.
So a lot of people are excited. In fact, a few people have come up to me and said, I want to be a Lutheran rapper or a Lutheran singer. And I'm like,
Wow.
here we go. The
You
start
have
of a beautiful
influence.
thing. I love it. I love it.
So when you talk about being Lutheran and hip-hop artists, what do people, like, what expression do you see on their face?
It's as if I said a pizza bone. They're like, pizzas don't have bones. That's a contradiction. And I'm like, well, just try it. And people are really excited about just, taking the things that have been so well preserved in Lutheranism and packaging them in a new format so more people can hear about Jesus, his saving grace, in a way that's entertaining but doesn't throw off the other side, the main thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Very educational, very bold in confession.
Yeah.
Your latest album.
Man.
Oh, that's right. We haven't talked with you since
Right.
it dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell us about the latest, because I have God's Own Child stuck in my head all the
have,
time because it's in my morning mix. So
Bring the babies to the phone.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
No, it's been so good. The reception has been great, even in terms of those listening outside of the Lutheran space. The majority of people haven't really thought through baptismal regeneration, so it's been great Q&A sessions online. Even the pushback, people are interested in the answers that they're receiving. They're like, wow, I've never heard it articulated like that, because most people only hear it from probably the Presbyterian Calvinistic angle. So they're loving this sort of gospel-centered approach. So I love that. But artistically, people are saying, I think you outdid yourself on this project. The production, the sound palette, the choruses, bringing the hymns in. So thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Big hat tip to you, because I reached out like, what are the greatest Lutheran hymns on baptism? And you just have a wealth of knowledge on that topic. So,
Should have brought a hymn nerd sticker for you.
oh, you should
You
have.
are now a hymn nerd.
Yes, I am now officially a hymn nerd. So it's been fun to research the origin of hymns and just, and get into it.
That is awesome. What has been the response? Have people here been familiar with your work, or is it kind of like I've sort of heard of you, but not really?
All the above. All the above. So new.
we can relate.
You know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's been new fans that are just like, man, I've never heard of you, but I love what I'm hearing. It's people like, I've been following you since your first project, Extra Notes, where you're unpacking these things. And then there's people that's kind of been on a fence. Like, I know you from another song at some point along my Christian journey.
Yeah.
But now that I'm really committed to Lutheran theology in music, they're like, I'm all in. I'm all in. So new fans coming all over the place.
Yeah. What is it like to be in the middle of what, 18, 20,000 other Lutherans? Is this kind of like mind-blowing for you?
It is mind-blowing. Like, it's overwhelming because I feel like I didn't even know that this volume of people existed, even in the youth culture, that are consciously Lutheran, even if they may vary in how they unpack it in their minds. So it's just been encouraging to see there's already an already existing culture of teens and young adults who are carrying these ideas into the world in their high schools, colleges, and in their vocations. So that makes me happy that I can see the people I'm serving, so they can grab the music and plug it in their playlist for their friends.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm coming alongside of them in their journey as well. So I love that.
I'm just curious about your artistic mind. Are you researching right now?
Always.
Ooh.
Always.
What are you looking for here?
Yeah.
What are you gathering for input for your next project?
Yes. So even in conversation, I'm always asking questions about how did they hear the music? What does it mean to them? How do they use it? You know, someone's like, hey, I'm a nurse. And I'm like, so you like my music and you're a nurse. Do those things ever meet? And they're like, yeah, I play it when I'm on my lunch break. So I'm gathering information to see who's listening, where they're listening. I'm finding other artists who play either an instrument, they sing, some people rap. So there are collaborations that can happen. And I'm also thinking ahead in terms of the next project, which some exclusive things here.
Ooh, yes.
I haven't said this anywhere.
You're catching it right here on
Yes.
KFUO, folks.
Right.
And there are a lot of people listening. Godspeed, my guy, handshake, shaking hands with a friend. So I think I want to either do law and gospel distinction
Ooh.
or confession and absolution.
Okay.
Next. So I'm debating between those two as far as the next installment to the Extra No series.
Do you need us to do a poll?
Please.
Oh.
That would be fun.
We could do that.
That would be fun because what I
Oh.
want to do is I want to incorporate the things I'm learning here as I ask people different questions and speak, and make sure that the album speaks to them. I'm saying it in a way that makes sense for their age group and background. So loving it.
What have you heard on those two different categories? What have you been talking about with people?
So it seems like people would love law and gospel in terms of the outreach element.
Yeah.
Because I think that's very fuzzy for mainstream evangelicals in terms of having clear distinctions between God's two ways of speaking to us through his law and his gospel. So people think that's a great bridge for helping people understand more about Lutheranism and just good Christianity, right? But then there are also people that are like, man, you're doing the sacraments, confession, absolution, debatable whether or not it's a sacrament, but the helpful thing about it is it's more gospel. And we want people to know that's where we shine, is the good news of Jesus. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
How does all of this fit into the Extra Nos Academy branding? 'Cause I know that's become a big thing for you.
Yes, I love it because I'm consistently building. So people can follow the steps. They can go back to step one and work their way up. If they jump in just because they heard Word and Water, they can go back and trace all the steps, and so they can learn systematically and structurally, and in that way it sticks. So I like that these installments are short sound bites, but meaty enough for you to have something to bite into, sink your teeth into.
Right.
But the entertainment value allows you to just sort of relax and enjoy it also. So this is one of those topics I think is going to serve Extra Nos Academy well.
That's awesome.
All right, your shirt says baptize.
Yes.
Baptized.
Baptized.
FR, period. All right. Do tell.
Do tell.
I get-
FR just means for real.
For real.
Yes.
I'm at a youth gathering. I should know this.
It's okay. It's okay. I've heard many renditions. I've heard I've heard fr. And so it's been fun to see people's interpretation of this. I'm like, no, it just means for real, for real. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
But you say it really well, just so you know.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
I love it. I love it.
So a number of projects out now, and the most recent one about baptism, great gift. Why is it so important to you that your art be about the truth of God's word? Why is it so important to you that you use your art for this?
Yes, it's very simple for me. I want people to find rest in the gospel. And typically in American culture, when you run into Christianity, you'll get good gospel on the front end. But once you move into a relationship with God and you're trying to work that out, that's when it gets very fuzzy and cloudy, and people end up putting more weight on their ability to demonstrate enough righteousness before God, or to prove something to him, or they're trying to earn extra credit before God, and it's exhausting. And I've unfortunately seen a lot of people leave the faith because they feel like there's no way I can please God, so let me just check out. So I want to constantly unpack for people one idea in many ways, that God comes from outside and brings us salvation, and we can rest in him. That's my goal every single time.
Yes, amen.
Yep.
So how does that philosophy help you with your art, with your creation, with your creative process as you're going into one of these new projects soon? How does that help you with that creative process, that mindset?
Yeah, it gives me the parameters. So it's like I know what the parameters are, so I have to have this dance between information and entertainment. So while I'm thinking about the person, I know that they can only take but so much information in, so I have to make sure that the art comes in and alleviates that, that mental pressure, and then vice versa. I don't want them to just be so into the beat and the track that they tap out and aren't taking in the ideas. So those parameters are really helpful, and they allow me to create and keep the main thing and to write on topic, but also keep the entertainment fun and high art,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have just a minute left.
All right,
how do we stay up on, how do we continue to follow your music and Extranos Academy, all the things that you're doing?
Yes, you can go to extranosacademy.com. So my social media is there, merchandise, the music is there, or you can follow me on social media at Flame314. I try to be on there regularly, responding to people, so come hang out. And I also want you to know the music is available wherever all music is streamed. So Apple Music, Spotify, check the music out.
Awesome.
So a question from from Pastor Brady Fenner, District President, Minnesota North District.
Okay.
Would like to know if you want to come up to Minnesota.
Ooh, I would love to come up to Minnesota. Have me out, please.
Make those connections.
Yes, let's do it.
Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us at the KFUO booth here at the LCMS Youth Gathering. Flame, it's always great to have some time to chat with you.
It is. Thank you all for linking up with me. This was fun.
Yeah.
You've been listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.